Hey everybody, how's it going? Going to be starting in just a couple of minutes here. Alright, let's do it. Hi everybody. What is going on? Alright, so let's get into some questions. If you have already posted your question before I started, do me a favor. Type it again, but hold your questions until you see the chat flowing a bit less. Remember that there is a slight delay, so if I don't see your question or if I don't answer your question, I'm not ignoring you. There's just a bunch of you and only one of me, so just keep posting your question every couple of minutes if I don't get to it. Hello, everybody. Hey, Rory, how to overcome the syndrome when you meet a man and you think you're not good enough? Or too good for you? Well, I mean, that has to do with your self-worth, right? And so the things that you want to be focusing on are how to improve your self-worth through self-love. Focus on the things that you love about yourself. And for the things that you don't love about yourself, begin forming steps that you can do every day to improve how you think about yourself. What can you do about a guy who keeps getting into rebound relationships but keeps coming back to me in between? You teach him right now that that's not going to happen anymore. We are constantly teaching people how to treat us, right? And so if you're teaching this person that they can just keep doing this to you, they're going to keep doing it to you. My ex came out as a lesbian. Is there any chance of reconciliation? If your ex is a true lesbian, and I'm assuming that you were both in a heterosexual relationship, and your ex is truly a lesbian, you guys could reconcile as friends, but I doubt that a relationship would be possible. Although I know that sexuality tends to be a spectrum, so it's a harder question to answer. I've asked for space after my ex and me hooked up last time after we met. Since then, we're in no contact for 3 weeks now. Isn't it me who should reach out? Nope. You let your ex come to you every time. Let your ex come to you. Don't let your anxiety get the best of you. Hello, Rory. My ex before the ex I am in no contact with reached out, invited me to have a drink. Cool. I mean, if you're interested in, catching up and talking about old times, go for it. If you're not interested in that person romantically, though, I would let them know soon. Just say, cool, we're having a drink just as friends. Hey, Dan. Hey, Rory, what is the downside of dating too soon? You're not ready, and it's a rebound. You're hiding your unresolved emotions from a previous relationship in someone else. There's this girl I like, and would like to casually date, but after hearing your recent video, I realize I may not be ready. I think that if you casually date the girl, that's one thing. Casually date, enjoy, have fun, do your thing. Just don't make it too serious. Just have fun. Kundai, thank you so much. Elizabeth says, is it a good sign if they say happy holidays? Yeah, it's certainly not a bad sign. I mean, it means that they'll reach out to you if they want to speak with you. Miss M, hello, Rory. My ex came back more than once, but each time we end up fighting. He's stubborn, arrogant, and avoids the problem, and that makes me mad. He thinks that is mostly my fault. Your ex has a lot of growing to do. It takes two people to get into a relationship. It takes two people to break one. What situations do you think we shouldn't use no contact? That's a hard question to answer because there's so many different variations on what could be happening in your life, but I think that the best thing to do right now, in most people's particular situation, is that you want to allow yourself time away from your ex for you. Now, situations where you don't want that, which are very, very few and far in between, is if you have kids together. If you own a home or have some financial debt or burden together. Those are situations where you don't want to go into no contact. I've been in no contact for 4 months. My ex reached out to me twice. Both times I set up a date with her to meet, and both times she's flaked on me. What should I do if she reaches out again? I wouldn't be that interested. Let her come to you, and I wouldn't bring up dating again. You've set 2. She knows that interest is on the table. She knows how to get with you if she wants you. Let her come to you. Don't go to her anymore. Don't offer to set a date anymore. That would be my suggestion there. Miko. Hi, Miko. Going to a coffee date with my ex-girlfriend tomorrow. Any advice? She's suggested to meet up. Yeah. Good on you. See? Look at that. No contact works. You want to be relaxed. You want to be friendly, charming, funny, and you want to be so not interested in a relationship. Right? And by that, I mean, you are not shooting down the idea if she brings it up. However, you're just kind of indifferent to the whole thing. Yeah, whatever. It was a great relationship and I learned a lot. And I'm glad that I went on it. I learned a lot about myself. You want to be friendly, easygoing. Keep the situation positive. Make it a positive experience that she would do again. Don't be worried about the relationship. I'm in no contact, but I put Facebook stories on public, and some Facebook posts public, as so does he. He knows I'm watching. Should I stop this altogether? Yes, you do not want to be watching your ex's social media. That is a form of contact. Rabbi says, I'm currently in no contact of 3 weeks, but he hasn't bothered me. If this is any consolation for you, it took my ex 6 months to reach out. Hi, Vita. Hi, Rory. It's been 4 months of no contact. I've lost 11 pounds. All right. Want to stop the thoughts of moving away from my city. Give me a little more there. You don't want to move or you do want to move? I'm a little confused by that. Or is it your ex that you're talking about? I don't want my ex, but I want my things back. Then I think that it is completely fine to go and grab your things and, tell your ex, hey, I want my stuff. You have nothing to lose, right? Are you still with her, Rory? The ex you took a break from? The ex I took a break from. Do you mean my ex-fiance? Which is the one I usually reference in the videos. No, she came back 6 months later, and I turned her down. I'm with somebody new. Well, not new anymore, but somebody new, different than my ex, that I talk about in the videos. Am I breaking no contact if I occasionally look at my ex's social media, but she doesn't know I'm looking? No. if she doesn't know that you're not looking, but I think it breaks the spirit of no contact, which is you are moving on for you, not for your ex. You're trying to get away from your ex so you can look at the bigger picture. My family lives in LA. I live 2 hours away. My ex lives where I live now. I would have to quit my job and start over. I think you want to take the conversation away from your ex and imagine as if your ex does not exist. Is this still a move that you would want to do? Don't consider your ex. Consider you and your life. Don't make decisions based on a person, unless that person is committed to you, like in a marriage or something like that. How long does the grass is greener syndrome last? Ex had left me a month ago through text. Was together for 3 years and 5 months. So far, so good. I'm in no contact ever since. Good for you. Is no contact the only way? I don't claim to know that no contact is the only way, but I know it's the best way. It's the best way because it shows your ex that you are not going to accept. You're not just going to take it on the chin, right? You're not, oh, you broke up with me and you're leaving? Oh, cool, now you're dating somebody new? That's great. I'll just hang out in the background and wait until you're done. It helps you regain your pride and your self-worth and your self-love. How long does this grass is greener syndrome last? It can last forever. There's no good answer on that. Ex is jealous but never reaches out. What should I do? Are you making your ex jealous on purpose? Is the big question. Right? You never want to make somebody jealous on purpose. But if whatever you're doing in your natural, organic life, you know, like I'm going out and hanging out with people that I always hang out with, but now my ex is jealous, then you shouldn't be concerned about that. You're living your life. Your ex is not going to live your life for you. Been broken up for over 3 months, and he continues to come back, but then is not ready. What should I do? Tell your ex, hey, I'm really not interested in having interaction with you if you are not going to come back into my life for good. Just give me just 1 second, everybody. Hey, guy from Saturday Night. How's it going? Did you follow my advice? Yuri, if your ex is just jealous, I would pay your ex absolutely no mind. Don't let your ex get in the way of you living a life worth living. China says, we've been friends for 6 years, but only started dating 8 months ago, and we live 3,000 miles away. I just saw him for the first time in September. We didn't have sex. He says he's not a sexual person. That may be true, but what is likely more true, just based on the small amount of information you just gave me, is that the sexual attraction wasn't there. It's hard to say. It's hard to say. I need more information on that before I can make an actual, you know. Look at that, my friend. You've opened up options for yourself. Got a grading appeal, hoping it works. I hope it works too, my friend. Like I said, you still want to talk to the dean if you can, and just explain what was going on. Saw my ex. He said he can't continue to see me because he's afraid of falling in love with me again. He's showing hot and cold behavior. He's seeing someone at his job. What should I do? Don't let your ex in. Right? If your ex is saying, I can't see you because I might fall in love with you, what does that really mean? I can't see you because I might fall in love with you again. Like, oh no. What a concept. Unless he's in a brand new relationship dating somebody else, and he's afraid of falling in love with you and being unfaithful to that person. That's different. Live out loud, what's shaken? Matt says, if your ex says they love you, but are not in love with you, what does that mean? Your chances are. I did a whole video on this. That's how they're feeling in the moment, right? So, I think the best way to take that is that's how they're feeling right now, and we have to allow them some time to feel better. Some time away from us. And that's why no contact would be implemented right then and there. Hi, Christy. How are you? I'm good. Alpa says, why do you think an ex would mention to you their new relationship even if you didn't ask? We didn't talk for almost a year. Well, it might be them just trying to catch you up on their life. I wouldn't look too much into that. Is it really live stream? Oh, it's really live. Why don't you answer my questions? I've been asking questions for every live stream. Because, my friend, it is so easy on this side of the computer to not see your questions. There are sometimes over 400 of you. So, why don't you ask your question? I'll have my mod take it down, and then my mod will let me know your question. Do you know of any data that supports the idea that how we are in a relationship is based off our childhood? Yes. That field is called psychotherapy. And it is very, very accurate. Okay, your question was, what should I reply if my ex sends me a happy birthday message? You should say, a loud dog bark. You should say, thank you. How are you? Sorry for the dog. It's a cute little Maltese, and he's loud, and he never stops barking, and I want to make him a therapy dog, but he just barks so much. You can't bark as a therapy dog. Let's see. Lena says, we're long distance, and I'm invited to his parents for 4 months. Shouldn't I break no contact before I turn up at their house? I feel like I'm planning things behind his back. Lena, why don't you send me an email? That's a confusing situation. Are you guys broken up? If you're doing no contact... Very interesting. Yeah, send me an email for that. Rover, she gets really angry and asks about my private life, but still never reaches out. Yuri, it's none of her business. If she broke up with you, she doesn't get to have you like that. Anger is just a tactic for her to get what she wants. Don't give it to her. David says, why do you think your friend's ex defriended you on social media after 2 years? Why do you think your friend's ex... Your friend's ex defriended you? I don't know. It's a good question. Maybe because they didn't like your content or felt like they... It's a good question. I don't know. It's a confusing one. Clara, I'm good. Thank you for asking. How are you? Yes, we've been broken up for a year, but his parents love me. I think if you're okay and ready to go, you should go. But if you are feeling that it's going to put you in an awkward situation that you're not ready to be in, you can lovingly tell the parents, hey, you know, it's not for me right now. I'm still kind of in an emotional spot. Hi, AJ. Rory, how do you deal with an ex that pops up and says emotional stuff and then blocks you? I think that that's just hot and cold behavior, and so you'd want to respond accordingly. Just say, thanks for letting me know. You know, please don't reach out to me anymore unless you're interested in reconciliation. I'm not looking to be friends with you. Hi, Jace. Is there any way to gauge his attractiveness towards me if we are in no contact? No, not really. You want to let no contact build his attraction for you, and then respond accordingly when he reaches out. I posted stuff about food and whatnot, stuff I cooked. This is when I wish them a happy birthday and congrats and whatnot. I found out one of them did it on my birthday last month. Interesting. I wouldn't look too far into that, Dave. No one knows what to do with my ex-family because they were my family. To keep myself together, I have to keep away. You have to focus on you first, right? You have to focus on your life and what's going to make it the best version of your life it can be. My ex's parents still reach out to me and stuff, and I think they want us back together. But I told you what she did last Saturday. Yes. Remember what I told you, my friend. Hi, Roy. Hi. My ex and I have been broken up for about 3 months, but he still looks at my Snapchat and probably my Instagram. He hasn't reached out. Should I take him off my social media? I think that it's probably going to be the best thing for you to do, for your mental health. Hi, Rory. My ex is attached to my dog. Yeah, my dog's pretty loud today too. And comes by to see me, but it delays me moving on. What should I do? It's my dog. I think the dog is probably just an excuse to come see you. But I would tell him, hey, listen, you know, this is keeping me in a place that's not healthy for me or my mental health, so I would really like to move on, and so I'm, you know, the next time you ask to come see the dog, I'm afraid the answer is going to have to be no. Haven't spoken to him for a few months. Do you think I should delete him from Facebook? No, but I would unfollow him. Hi, Rory. Hi, Olga. We broke up 5 months ago. Just noticed him on a dating site. Are we done for good? No, it doesn't necessarily mean that. It does mean your ex is probably interested in dating once again, but that does not mean that the chance of reconciliation is 0. But remember, use this time for you. If you saw him on a dating site, does that mean that you're on a dating site? Does that mean you're kind of interested in dating again? If so, good for you. Hi, Rory. My ex said he can't continue to see me because he's afraid of fall. I already answered that question, Vanessa. In no contact, he's in his 3rd rebound since we broke up 3 months ago. He keeps reaching out, saying he wants to be friends. What do I do? We were together for 15 years. Don't help your ex through a breakup that they started. Don't do it. Let them sit with their decision. Me and my ex broke up almost 2 months ago. She keeps delaying when she's getting the rest of her things. Send them to her. Right? Again, you want to show your ex that what they did has affected you, but for the better. Allow your ex to see what's going on in your life in a positive light. You don't want them to see you crying on the couch. You don't want to look sad and have tears coming down your face whenever they visit. Tell her, grab your stuff, or if she doesn't want to grab it, or if she's delaying it, send it to her. SJ, excited to do our session tomorrow, Rory. I have so much to let go. Hope you can help. I hope I can help too. Yuri says, Rory, I would like to invite you to my next fight in Florida. Oh, you're a boxer? Pretty cool. Hi, Rory. He emailed me saying, I've been staying busy with holiday stuff. I'm hoping you've fully recovered. He gave no direct questions, which is his typical approach. I didn't reply. Was that wise? Yeah, I mean, I think you could say, hey, thanks, appreciate it, happy holidays, and then go back into no contact if you really want to. It doesn't really merit a response. No problem, Vanessa. The stream is uploaded to YouTube after it's over, so you just can watch everything there. I think I answered your question about probably about 6 minutes ago, so look around the 21-minute mark. You should hear your question. My ex told me that she can be my best friend forever. Tell your ex, thanks but no thanks. China says we've been friends for 6 years. Oh, I already answered that one. China, I answered your question too. Same thing. It's going to all be uploaded after the fact. My girlfriend asked me to be friends. She wants me in her life. What should I do? Don't be friends with an ex. I did a video on that, so I want you to go, after this live stream's over, go check that out. Don't be friends with your ex. It's not going to help you, and you don't want to be friends. You want them as your romantic partner. Being friends with them is a lie. Amy, you're very welcome. I'm glad you're using the forum. Yes, for those of you who don't know, I do have a forum. Go to one of my YouTube videos and look in the comments section, or in the information section, and you can see the link to the forums. Would my ex come back if I was a cold fish and distant? It's possible. It is possible. You never want to treat somebody... Remember, the whole point of attraction is that we're showing them that we are desirable, right? And so if you continually show your ex that you're just dramatic and cold and distant and mean and nasty or sad, they're going to learn that this is what this person is like. This is what this person exists in. We are constantly training and retraining people about how we are. You want to show your ex that interaction with you is lighthearted and fun and easy. How do you become indifferent to your ex? It's going to take a lot of time, a lot of space, a lot of self-work, and a lot of realization that you don't need your ex in your life to be happy. That's when you achieve indifference. Will she return if I rejected her offer to be friends and go no contact? It certainly will help her attraction for you, yeah. I can promise nobody anything. Human behavior, while fairly scripted, does have a lot of variation. Jay says, how do I kill the hope of him coming back? It's comforting most of the time, but I think it's hindering my healing. Absolutely. I think there's a time when you need to acknowledge how you feel, which is that you want him back, and do the exact opposite anyway. Begin the process of healing. Begin the process of realizing that having him back or not is going to help you have a better life. That starts today. Me and my girlfriend broke up once before, chased her and got her back. We broke up again, chased her for a couple months, never responded. Right. Any relationship that is reestablished by chasing means the power dynamic is completely shifted in your ex's favor. You don't want that. Daniel Redding. I have a hard time letting go. I do not want her back now, not after how she left me. How do I stop hating her, though? I want to move on. You actually don't want to... You want to find constructive ways to use that hate, right? Because hate is just one of the... It's one of the stages of grief. And you want to allow yourself to go through the stages of grief. That's a very healthy thing. Hate and anger is a good thing. Use it constructively, though. Observe the feeling. Ask yourself, how can I take this anger that I'm feeling and use it to better myself? Maybe it's using the anger as a little boost of energy at the gym. Something simple like that. 1 second here. Actually, no, I like the song. I'll keep it. What do you do when your ex's new girlfriend stalks you on social media? Why would this happen? I would say that that means that the ex's new girlfriend is extremely insecure and wants to know more about you. Are the techniques for getting an ex back in separation and a general breakup the same? Yes, good question. "17-year relationship, 3 months, broke up. She said about introducing kids to the new guy. Is she looking for a reaction?" Probably. Yeah, probably. You guys were dating for 17 years, and she has a new person within 3 months, and she's telling you that she is showing this new guy to the kids? Yeah, that's she's trying to get a reaction out of you. Valentino, what's shaking? MMA. That's cool, Yuri. That's really cool. So my ex reaches out to me about missing my family, but doesn't want to set a date because of the new guy. What do I do? Tell her, hey, I'm not interested in being friends with you or anything if there's somebody new in your life. Give me a call if it doesn't work out. Other than that, don't talk to me. But be nice about it. You know, be diplomatic about it. Lena said, love your voice. Thank you so much. Can I still have sex with my ex even if she's dating someone new? I would highly recommend against that. Highly recommend against that. It's not good for anybody in this situation. I do not condone cheating. We were on speaking terms, but she has never given effort, so I went no contact, and it's been 2 months. Do I ever reach out or just hold it in? Look at what you just asked. But she was never giving effort. No contact. No contact is the way to go. We have to observe how people are treating us. Rory, will taking my ex off social media allow me to forget about him? I wouldn't completely remove your ex, but I would maybe unfollow them on social media. That might be a better way to go. Yes, it will help. Retro, oh my god, you have a live stream. Yes, I do. Every Wednesday. Sometimes in the morning, sometimes at night. And for the patrons, they get an additional live stream Saturday. And it's usually only about 30 or 40 people who come, so they get their questions answered a lot quicker. So if you're interested in being a patron, go to patreon.com/thelovechat. Fuse is at the gym. Good for you. Get those gains. Me and my ex have been broken up for a month. Now we're going out for 6 months yesterday. Me and her had a kiss, and she told me that she still finds me attractive. Great. I want to make sure I read that correctly. Me and my ex have been broken up for a month. Now we're going out for 6 months yesterday. Okay, sounds good. You guys are kissing? Cool. That's where we want to be. He said he needs more time before we can talk again. How long? Until your ex reaches out. No contact. I met up with my ex. We hugged a lot and nearly kissed today. She told me that right now she doesn't want a relationship, and the reason she didn't kiss me is because it wouldn't be fair. What should I do? I would tell your ex, hey, I'm only interested in a relationship right now, you know? And while you don't want to be attached to the idea of a relationship, you want to let her know what's on your mind. What's on your mind is getting her back in your life as a romantic partner. Focus on you. Turn the conversation to you, not to your ex. Should I flirt with her if she messages me on Christmas? It depends on where you guys are at. If she's regularly reaching out now, yeah, a little flirting is okay, right? Setting a date maybe. If she just reaches out and says happy holidays, you say, hey, happy holidays to you too. How are you? Start an innocent conversation. Rory, would you suggest making it so my ex cannot see the things I post? No, you want to allow your ex to be a little curious. Right? Allow your ex to be, let's see, yeah, curious about what you're doing. And witnessing all the fun things, the new people you're hanging out with, the smile on your face. Let your ex see that. You don't want to do that so that you get a reaction out of your ex, but you want to let them know you're doing, yeah, I'm doing okay. Things aren't going so bad. I've been dating a girl for about 2 months. Sometimes I internally compare her to my ex. Do you think this will go away in time, or did I start dating her too soon? We are not exclusive yet. I think it's normal, right? Just be aware of it. Make sure that you're keeping an eye on it. And be careful that you don't use it as a form of pushing away. My ex started to hang out with my closest friends right after we broke up. Why? Probably as a means of... Probably as a means of keeping connected to you and finding out information about you without actually talking to you. This is a weird piece of music. There we go. Your voice is so calming. Thank you. Rory, long-distance relationships, and that's why she broke up. Any tips? Long distance is hard. Long distance is very hard. I think that long distance tends to be unnatural. I think I've done a video on that as well. You should look into that one. Hey, Rory, a lot of things have been improving since we talked. I feel better every day. I'm going to do a 30-minute session in the new year. Listen to Rory, everyone. He knows what he's talking about. Oh, thank you, Ty. I appreciate that. If she contacts 2 days after the breakup and I didn't respond, should I respond now? It's 2 months later. 2 months later, after they've reached out? No, I wouldn't. It sends the wrong message. Remember, it's important. We don't want to chase. If an ex says, I hate you, does she want a reaction? Yeah, most likely. Yeah, keep the language PG, you pieces of shit. I'm sorry, don't yell at me. I'm sorry, I need to have fun with these too. Hello, she asks my friend pictures of me making out with an... I have to reread this, hold on. Hello, she asks my friend of pictures of me making out with another girl and keeps contacting me. She slept with another dude 2 weeks ago. That's... I'm not sure what to make of that. Hello, she asks my friend of pictures of me making out with another girl. Oh, she's asking your friend for pictures of you making out with another girl. She's basically trying to spy on you. Okay. I see. That's controlling. It's controlling behavior. Me and my girl have been split up for 3 months. I don't have her on Instagram or Snapchat anymore, and she blocked me on Facebook and my phone number on Thanksgiving. We haven't spoken for 5 weeks, and just last Friday she texted. She said, hi. I responded the day after, but got no response back. What does that tell you? It tells me she's thinking about you. Oh god, this dog. And her feelings are beginning to change. Remember what I said. How your ex feels today and how they feel a couple of months from now, or even a couple of weeks from now, can differ greatly. Alejandro says, 2 months no contact. Friday after a few drinks, I called her mother and told her I miss her and the family. I texted to apologize the next day. Told me not to worry about it. And she didn't tell my ex. Thoughts? I would not ever do that again. I would not ever, ever, ever do that again. I'm in a rebound with my ex-wife from 12 years ago, whom I still have feelings for. I may only get one shot with this ex-wife. Should I run from both? That is a interesting situation you find yourself in. And you know me, I'm never silly about coaching, but I would reach out for a coaching on that one. If you have a shot right now, let's get this right the first time. Interesting situation. Your advice has been so helpful. I can't wait to read your book. Yes, the book I'm hoping to have out by February. Hi, Wayne. David says, hi, Rory. Do you think donating your ex's clothes to Salvation Army is a good thing? After all, the breakup happened 2 years ago. She got some of her stuff this time last year. Oh, but this time she didn't. I would ask her if she wants it. If the breakup was 2 years ago, there's no real harm here. Reach out and say, hey, do you want this stuff? Because if not, I'm going to donate it. Simple as that. It's her stuff, so you can't just give it away. Here's the thing. I made every mistake the 2 months and found out she's actually speaking with somebody else and hanging out. Does that mean she's getting bored of him? No, I just think it means that she has a greater emotional bond built up with you. And she's curious about you. Right? Keep that no contact going. You guys see proof in the comments. I just want you to think for a second about the question. Right? Think about the questions that some of you are asking. Some of you are saying, hey, I've been in no contact and my ex reached out and this is happening. How do I deal with this? Others are asking, hey, does no contact work? I just want you to think about some of the questions I'm being posed and some of the answers I'm giving. And think about the questions that you're asking. Because if some of these people are telling me, hey, no contact worked and I'm in this situation, what do I do? But look at the information right before that. Hey, no contact worked. Listen, nothing in the world... This is such a weird song. No contact worked. And obviously, we're dealing with human behavior. Nothing in the world, when it comes to human behavior, is ever guaranteed. Is ever 100%. But just look at some of the subtext. Look at some of the... what's actually being said here. I'm just here for the dog barking. That's funny. I try to keep him quiet. I give him treats and toys and stuff to keep him busy for the hour, but he's a dog. Dogs bark. Rory, where did you meet your wife? I am not married. I do have a girlfriend, though. I met my girlfriend at school, when I went back to school. I got so desperate, called a psychic. She was spot on. I do not believe in psychics. I do not believe in the law of attraction. I do not believe in horoscopes. I believe in science. Data analysis, behavioral analysis, tracking somebody's behaviors. I'm glad it was a good experience for you. Long distance, but you were able to see her 10 days plus a month. Same dynamic as normal, long distance. It's still long distance, though. Think of it as a mindset. Right? Everything that we do is a series of behaviors. We, in our everyday life, have a set of behaviors. We, for example, drug addicts, addiction is a set of behaviors. Cheaters have a set of behaviors. Everything is behavioral. We need to be able to see, what am I doing right now? What do I want to happen? How can I edit my behaviors to make what I want more likely? Do I believe in God? I don't know if I believe in God. I think I believe more in that there is an entity. I would call myself agnostic. I'm not an atheist, So I don't really know what to define. There's something there, I just don't know what it is. I'm not smart enough. That question is way, way, way above my pay grade. Sorry, follow-up question. Would she have to call me and tell me off if she's found out I called her mother by now? Would she have called you and told you off? Yeah, I think you would have heard from her by now. Can you do a video on If You're the Rebound? Yes, that's actually on the list. So yes, you guys will be getting a video on that. Do you believe in the right person, wrong time? Yes. Yes, I do. I should do a video on that, too. Thank you, Duria. Alright, guys. Hold your questions real quick. I'm going to get a quick drink of water, and I'll be right back. Enjoy the music. Can you guys not hear the music? Well, that's not good. I can hear the music loud and clear. No kidding. Huh. Let's try this. You should be able to hear it now. I gotta get that figured out. Very weird. Okay. Let's see here. We were engaged and it's been 4 months of breakups. No negative, but an abortion changed things and brought distance and misunderstandings, and she felt unhappy. I truly love my ex and struggling to move ahead. That is a difficult situation. Certainly abortions, they will certainly make things a little harder. For sure. Yeah, Rory, you stated that we have to improve ourselves and focus on ourselves. Can you go a bit more in depth on exactly what we have to focus on? Any personal examples to get a better idea? Absolutely. So, what I think is that you want to do a couple of things. And I discussed this in some of the videos. And I've done a video on working on yourself. So you should check that one out after this live stream. You want to improve your life socially. You want to improve your life physically, emotionally, right? Spiritually, mentally. So how do we do some of these things? Okay, well, I've talked about this before. But let's say you want some new friends. Your friends are fine, and perhaps you want to even strengthen your relationship with those friends. Well, what should you do? Call up a friend you haven't talked to in a while. Have a little get-together at your house. If you want to make some new friends, go to Meetup. Right? Meetup is in, I think it's in every country. Meet some new people. If you want to work on yourself physically, hit the gym. Do some cardio. A little weightlifting. Address all those anxieties that exist within you. So, an example from my personal life. At the end of my breakup, when I saw it coming, I was extremely upset by it, obviously, and so I turned to eating because I was very stressed. And I think that what happened for me is the only thing that made me feel any better after the breakup. I didn't do this because I was wise and knew exactly what to do. I was learning, just like you guys. Every day, I walked for about 2 to maybe even 3 hours, just because that was the only way I was going to get to sleep that night. And so, after a while, I realized that I'm losing weight. I'm feeling better, I'm losing weight, and then I was kind of excited by the fact I was losing weight, and then I decided to take it to the next level. I started weightlifting. Then that made me feel even better. And then I decided that it might be nice to hang out with some old friends, and so I called some old friends. It might be nice to start meditating again, so I started meditating and journaling. All of these little things, that's working on yourself. Addressing the anxieties that exist within you. Food for thought. How long into dating your ex again do you bring up serious conversations? I think Corey Wayne answered it best when he said, hang out, have fun, hook up. Relationships should be playful and fun. So it depends on what the serious conversation is about. Is it about trying to make them your boyfriend or girlfriend again? Because that's simple. How do you do that? You hang out with them, you have fun with them, and you hook up with them. My ex that cheated on you with a coworker. You had an ex that cheated on me? Damn. My ex that cheated on you with a coworker apologized for being insensitive a week after no contact. But then comes back into no contact. Yeah, I gathered. My ex that cheated on me with a coworker apologized for being insensitive a week after no contact. But then, once back in no contact, tries to make me jealous by over-posting pictures with new guys. Why? Well, it sounds like your ex is trying to get your attention. To what end? We don't know. But if your ex cheated, my official recommendation is you probably shouldn't be getting that person back. Rory, do you think being a single mom or dad has something to do with breakups? I think it can be a factor. I wouldn't say it's... I know of plenty of people, plenty of good friends of mine who were single parents who, you know, are doing quite well in dating. Even casual dating. If my ex sees me traveling now, but I didn't do that in the relationship, would he think I'm better off without him? No, I think he would be probably impressed that you're getting up and you're not just taking the whole relationship breakup on the chin. You're getting up and living your life. Is my ex hooking up with coworkers a monkey branch relationship? It could be just casual dating. A monkey branch typically refers to... Typically, not always. Typically refers to them jumping in a full relationship after the breakup. I don't want her back. I just want her to regret her decision and to try and reach out so I can reject her. Is it bad that I want that kind of revenge after she cheated? No, I think that's completely normal. I don't know how healthy it is, but it's normal. I watched videos on how to get my ex back for a few weeks. Yesterday I found out she was dating someone new, and I no longer wanted her back. What's the best way to move on? If you truly are ready to completely 100% move on and you do not want your ex back ever again, and you know that this is always how you're going to feel, remove her from everything, block her from everything, focus completely on you, ask all of your friends who know her to not mention her at all, remove, out of sight, out of mind. If you are completely sure that's what you want. Jess says, as you're getting back with your ex, when is the right time to discuss how to fix the reasons why it ended? I think it depends on at what point during the relationship, during the reattraction phase you guys are at, right? So if you are, a week or two and he's just come back and you guys are just having fun and being flirty and things like that, that's not the right time. If it's been a couple of weeks, maybe even a couple of months, I think that might be a better way to go. And how do you bring it up? Sit your ex down, hold his hand, look him in the eyes, and non-accusing contact. Talk to him. Talk about the reasons in a non-accusatory manner. The tone of your voice must be relaxed and easy, and nothing's wrong. You just want to bring this stuff up so it can be resolved. Simple as that. You're working together as a team. Let's see, there was a question here. Hey man, me and my ex broke up after 2 years. After that, she seemed to talk bad about me, and I jumped into relationships short term. What can I do to get her back? You follow the standard advice. Right? Go into no contact, focus on you, and if your ex reaches out, hey, how's it going? I hope everything's well. If they're still with somebody, you just tell them you're not really interested in being a part of their life right now. Oh, cool, Claire, you're going to buy a shirt? Great. Thank you so much. Yeah, so you guys see the shirt on the screen, the teespring.com/thelovechat. I am not taking any type of profit from that. All of the money that goes into the shirts, I also don't get to set the price, so Teespring sets that. All the money that we make from that campaign is going to be fed back into charity that we're all going to choose together. Now, I'm going to take 10% of that money and invest it back into the Love Chat, so that's going to be more giveaways for you guys. I'm going to be giving away copies of the book. I'm going to be giving away some of those t-shirts. and obviously the free coaching giveaways. So if you guys decide to buy a shirt, it's supporting mental health, and it's supporting, frankly, you guys. I'm not taking a single dollar of that profit. So Brian Be Flying, that's a good username. I want to disappear from social media to keep her guessing, or should I post normally? I think you should do both, right? You should pretty much put it this way. Go silent for 2 weeks, and then post something out of you doing fun. Interesting, new things with new people, right? One of the people I coached, he did skydiving. Another person did, what was that called? Regular diving, scuba diving. It's interesting, it's new, it's fresh, it's people your ex doesn't recognize. And then go back into silence. And then do it again. That's how you make your ex curious. You should put a Triforce on the back of the t-shirt. I don't know if I could get away with that. That's a little on the nose. Cassidy says, I know you said don't break no contact, but I'm like 99% sure she would agree to get coffee because we were on those terms before. Maybe I'm just looking to reach out. Yes, you are. You're looking for a reason to reach out. But that's okay. I don't recommend it. Ultimately, you all must do what you think is right in your life. I can just tell you my opinions. I mean, some of these are facts from behavior analysis, right? I don't reference these based off of nothing. I have science to prove them. But every situation is different, and I certainly don't claim to have all the knowledge. There are different ways, there's different methods. I think that this one worked best for me, and science suggests that, you know, if you give your ex time and space away from you, they will miss you, and they will think about you, and it will be increased. If you reach out to your ex every 5 minutes, asking how they're doing, wanting to meet up for coffee, you'll be quite transparent. They'll see through what you're trying to do. And if you guys don't believe me, right, because you should be wise purveyors of knowledge, you should be out researching these things for yourself. So go research it. Look up in Google, an easy search. Type in, you know, something like, does distance and absence really make the heart grow fonder? Or you can put, you know, scientific studies when regarding exes, things like that. Look up the information I'm telling you. All right, don't just take my word for it. Anthony B. Rory, been hitting the gym, took an open water scuba diving class a few months back, purchased a better ride, and have been doing a lot of reading on personal growth. I went to a Cowboys game in Dallas. Look at that! Anthony's out living his life. Anthony's out having a good time, doing things for him. That's what I'm talking about. Not one of those things says, my ex. We want to break the idea that our ex is the only thing that can make us happy. Because it's not true. You have a whole big world out there. Do something that scares you. Go travel alone to a country you've always wanted to see. Improve your life. I have a follow-up question. How do we improve ourselves emotionally? For example, I noticed that I have a separate anxious attachment style. How do I work on that? Well, I think counseling is very good. Also, you know, acknowledging how you feel and choosing to surround yourself with positive people, positive self-talk. Right? I definitely recommend the counseling. And journaling. Asking yourself how you are. Always checking in with yourself. Marisol, again, I wanted a coaching session with you, but your agenda is full. You are popular now. Don't become like Brad Browning or Michael Hussey. I will never, ever in 1,000 trillion years ever be like those pieces of shit. I try and be as open and as transparent with you guys as I can. And it is hard. I realize that right now it's the busiest time of the year with holidays, and people are coming to me for coaching and, you know, asking questions like, what do you think my chances are? What should I do if my ex reaches out for Christmas or Hanukkah or New Year's or whatever? So, I mean, this is the busiest time of the year for me. In fact, I've actually been sick the past couple of days with the stomach virus, so I am just now feeling better about it. She's never got back with her exes, but she broke up with me before we got back together after 3 weeks. Now, this is 5 months ago. 2 months no contact. 2-year relationship with me. Thoughts? I think that if she wants you back bad enough, she's going to come get you. My girlfriend and I are in a long-distance relationship and have been on a break for about 6 weeks and have been in no contact. She'll be back this week and said that she wants to talk about us. What should my approach be? Simple. You be lighthearted, funny, easy. You've heard me say it before. Allow your ex to come to you. Allow your ex to message you and say, hey, I'd like to talk, today. Can you make it? And you say, sure. And you want to be easygoing and charming. And if your ex wants to talk about the serious things about the breakup, you simply say, hey, it was a great relationship and I learned a lot. And, I'm going to keep this information about myself and about how I interact with love with me for the rest of my life. Keep it very positive. And don't seem desperate. Don't be attached to an outcome. Because being attached to that outcome and trying to make it happen is the exact thing that turns them off. It's almost 4 months no contact, but it's good because you can really become the best version of yourself. And it's really cool. And like I said, thanks again for all the videos. You're very welcome, Ty. Oh yeah, everybody. Hey, Ty is one of my he's one of my coaching clients, and he plays is it video games, Ty? Or is it a podcast? You should go check his stuff out. See what he's got. Feel free to plug your stuff on this channel. Has no contact ever worked? Yes, no contact has worked more times than I can count. Thank you so much. You're an inspiration. Thank you, William. I appreciate that. Remember, I'm the one giving the information, but you guys are the one doing the work. So who's the real inspiration? So everybody, I do have to leave it here. But if you were not able to get your question answered, I'm going to post this in a video. And so you'll see it. It should be uploaded about 10 minutes after I end the stream. And if there's a question I didn't get a chance to answer, leave it in a comment, and I will be able to answer it there. And the next live stream for patrons exclusively will be this Saturday. And the next live stream public on YouTube will be next Wednesday. So, like I said, if you didn't get your question answered, watch the live stream, see if I answered the question. And if not, just leave it in a comment below when this video is posted, and I'll get to it there. Until next time.